sorry for the climb on the way up. I'm sorry for the fall on the way back down. I'm sorry for the time that we gave up. I'm sorry for the fire in the shaky ground. And I'm sorry that it hurts to be loved. I'm sorry that it hurts to be loved. I'm sorry that the world isn't easy. I'm sorry for the mess that your mother made. I'm sorry for the lies and the leaving. I'm sorry for the games and the way we played. And I'm sorry that it hurts to be loved. I'm sorry that it hurts to be I'm sorry that I want you to feel love. I'm sorry that I want you to be okay. I'm sorry that I feel.
So some of Guillaume's and Amy's friend, we're gonna talk something about their how do I say 祝福。OK， 好，那现在就是准备要进行下一个环节，那就是会有一些 Amy 和 Guillaume 的朋友或是家人会对他们献上一些祝福，这样子。那就麻烦把目光聚集在前面，这样子。Okay, so the first one is Rob. Any cheers or claps? Woo!
Hello, my name is Rob McQuaig. I think I have met most people here, most of you, yeah. This is a tough one. I first of all would just like to thank both of you for allowing me to be here today. I am absolutely beyond honored. When you asked, it wasn't a question, it was yes, thank you. It happened at the end of one of our talks. He just kind of casually threw it in there at the end. So, I'm getting married. Will you be part of the bridal party? Yes, done. In the perfect G way, just snuck right in there. Amy, you look beautiful. Thank you for this. This day wouldn't have happened without you. We talked months ago about this. I've gone left, I've gone right, how I want to have this speech. So I'm going to kind of just go from the heart and shoot from the hip a little bit and hope I don't get shot by Al or anybody else around here for going over time. So the first time I met Guillaume was in 2015. We were both studying in northern Sweden. I was invited to a party. I had just landed in northern Sweden. Through mutual friends, they said, come to this party. We had taken, I think, one class together at this time. A whole group of French people. I didn't know any of them. Didn't know Guillaume, didn't know anybody. I walked into this party, talked to a few people. Kind of that awkward conversation where you don't really know somebody. Are we in the same class? Is this sort of one of those things? And the night progresses and the night progresses. And I remember that night being January. It was about minus 30 in Sweden. My bike froze and it didn't work. And by the end of the night, somebody had handed us Jack Daniel's whiskey, and we were sipping whiskey and standing outside and going, because the super cold air with the hard alcohol was burning your throat. And this was the first night we met. And Exactly. I don't know how to explain it. We were probably not the smartest people then. But little did I know that that day would change my life. A small wooden shack that wasn't heated very well, had a wood-burning fire in northern Sweden on a gravel road, absolutely changed my life. I'm very thankful that we've upgraded our whiskey. We don't touch that anymore, and it's a little bit better now, but that night kind of just started a multiple hour conversation, and I can't believe standing here today was from that over 10 years ago. The journey itself has been absolutely wonderful. I'm originally from Canada, have Scottish blood, and anybody that has spent any time in Scotland, the UK, knows that they are not necessarily known too well for culinary expeditions, we could say. I think one night in Scotland and we kind of covered all of them. And one thing every time I travel with G, regardless of where we go, is the food journey that you go on, and then my immediate hatred of G the next morning because I ate something that just didn't really cooperate with me. And this has been on every single trip that we have gone on. Rob, we eat this. Okay, yep. My goal is say everything. Just yep, I eat it and then I suffer. And we've had a ton of laughs about this, where I am in stitches and in a very rough shape, and he's just laughing at me that evening or in the next morning. And we had bounced around and done a few trips, and those were great. We went to a wedding in South Africa that was fantastic, and we stayed together. But for me, what brought it to the next level was, just how big G's heart is. It wasn't possible for me to go home for Christmas in 2019. We were just having a casual talk. I'm not sure how it even happened. What are you doing for Christmas? Oh, I think I'm just going to stay in Sweden. No, you come here. No thinking, no question, no anything, you come here. I don't know, Bia, Franco, I don't know if you knew about this. Tamar, Anis, I don't know if you were aware of this. You come here. Okay, when are you coming? When can you come? I arrive this day, be here. Okay, not knowing what to expect, not knowing anything, show up at the family's house. Doors opened, everything was welcome, immediately felt like I was one of the family. They had to speak English or very slow French, or we had to use Google Translate because after a few drinks I think I can speak French, but I absolutely can't. C'est pas bon. C'est pas bon. But that trip, 2 weeks in France, with the family every day, kind of living with you, getting to know you, the love that kind of came both ways, I can't explain it. We left there being closer. We left there driving for hours in a car for G to take me to all of these places in Pas-de-Calais and northern France, Belgium. You want to try beer here? We're going to this Christmas festival. We're going over here. I left there. Again, my guts weren't good. That actually started me being a vegetarian for 5 years, that trip. And I just broke it to come here, and I may go back. I'm not sure yet, G. But over the years, it hasn't been the highlights. The highlights are very kind of memorable, and we go and we do this, and we get those pictures, or we eat at this restaurant, or we go and do those sorts of things. But for me, it's the small moments that I cherish. The hours in a car when it's raining, and we don't want to call it quits because we made an agenda and we say we're going to go here. The wind is blowing sideways. We just agreed we're going to this place because I mentioned it 4 months ago that it was a cool place to go to. He kind of invited me there. Okay, this is great. And I'm sure if anybody in this room has spent time with G, late night sitting around a table, a glass of wine is there. Those long conversations that just kind of flow and flow and flow. And next thing you know, another bottle of wine comes and you're talking about absolutely anything. We went to this wedding in South Africa and we saw this massive bridge that was being built from both directions. And the amount of time that we have spent talking about this stupid bridge in South Africa. How can you build a bridge starting over here and starting over here that doesn't connect in the middle of this bridge? And we said, like, this guy might have built 1,000 bridges. But, I mean, screw this one up, and now, like, I don't think he's a bridge builder anymore. But it was just one of these weird things that we sit there and we pretend that we want to be intelligent and we pretend that we want to have very sophisticated conversations, and sometimes we do. And other times we sit there and talk about, like, what makes a great corn dog. Like, what is that batter? What makes a fantastic corn dog? And why are they so fantastic to eat? And then what makes a horrible hot dog? And why do you send it back? Like, it just doesn't, we've eaten at some fantastic restaurants. We've gone everywhere. But these are those small, funny conversations that I just sit there and I laugh, like, why are we talking about stupid bridges and hot dogs and corn dogs when we're eating at these fantastic restaurants sometimes? And I remember, I don't know who was here or in that group chat. Maybe you were there in this group chat, Ton. But you very casually into a group chat just kind of said, hey, I'm seeing Amy now. It's official. Nothing, no, just boop, boop, just kind of into the group chat, nothing else, just kind of there. And I didn't know how serious this was. I didn't know anything. Guillaume was kind of closed in his chest. And then a few months after that, you ended up coming to Stockholm. And in my honest opinion, you were a different person. Smiling, the energy that came out, the energy that Amy had. It was the first time we officially met. I think you might have been a little bit hesitant at first to bring Amy around friends and this sort of stuff. That weekend, the sparkle in your eyes, I don't think I knew it then, but knowing it now, what you've said today, talking back on our conversations, I don't know the exact time, sometime in 2023, you came to Stockholm, and I think that, again, maybe you knew at that point in time, we didn't, but that sparkle in your eye, you came to Stockholm as just a absolute different person. Still G, but just smiling like crazy. And Amy, again, I haven't known you too long. We've had the opportunity to have quite a few conversations. You've put up with me whining in Taiwan now for 5 days. Your family did the exact same thing. Your parents welcomed me in. We went to a dinner. The rest of the family immediately came over, brought me in. Yes, forced me to drink whiskey. I don't say this too often, but they forced me to drink whiskey. I was like, no, maybe it's 32 degrees outside and I can't keep a shirt dry. You have to. Okay. So I kind of forced myself to get through this. And again, I don't know how it happened. We got to go see some fantastic things in Taiwan, but it was the small moments that I just cherish in that whole journey. Taking a time for you to walk around a temple and explain what was actually happening, why they do this, why this does that. Sitting on a bus and you explaining Taiwanese history to me, giving me the absolute rundown, quick bullet point versions before we go into the National Museum. This happened in 1895. This happened in this happened in 1949. This happened here. It was the joy you took in telling me, but for what I actually got to learn was unbelievable. And that trip wouldn't have happened, without you, so thank you for that. And I look forward to a lot more, maybe less stomach aches and maybe these sorts of things. We sort this part here out. But I could go on for hours. I don't see a light, but I think I'm probably getting close to my 10 minutes thing. But thank you. Can we just all raise a glass here to the beautiful couple? Thank you for allowing us all to be here for this. Cheers. And before I get rid of this, because nobody's kicked me off yet, I have a question, I think, kind of directed to this side of the room. it's a bit of a conspiracy theory that I think all French people do. Has any French person here in France had a okay croissant outside of France? Because they keep, every time a French person travels, they want to sample them. We eat this one, we eat that one, we eat this one. They're never happy, but you continue to eat. If there's a croissant there, you eat it. So this is, you don't train for this? Is this in, yeah, no?
No, we have to know.
So you tried just knowing you'll be disappointed? Okay, you haven't clarified that. You've never found one that was good. But thank you for allowing me to be here. Thank you everybody for listening to me for my 7 minutes or whatever I took over time.
Bonsoir. Bonsoir à tous. Good evening. Ni hao. We can only be happy today. Also, we can only good be also today. Je suis très heureux et fier de prendre la parole aujourd'hui pour une occasion toute particulière. Pour ceux qui ne me connaissent pas, je suis Franco, je suis le papa du jeune marié. Et je vais vous parler de Guillaume, normal. Et pour cela, je ne suis pas venu seul, n'est-ce pas Anaïs?
En effet, bonjour à tous, je suis Anaïs, la sœur de Guillaume. Guillaume's sister. Yes, I know it's not really obvious when you see us. Des anecdotes sur Guillaume, j'en aurais un paquet à vous raconter, mais vous le connaissez un peu, donc on va essayer de rester soft.
Well, you quickly understood that we don't come from the country of Shakespeare. We come from the country of Molière. And for me, the country of Marco Polo. Okay, as our English isn't very good, even less Chinese, so we will speak French. Thank you for understanding. But before all, we want to thank Amy and Guillaume for welcoming to this wonderful place. A great chance for us to do a wonderful and far trip, and for us the first time in Asia. Thank you.
Alors nous sommes presque tous réunis aujourd'hui, famille et amis, pour cette cérémonie de mariage de Guillaume et Amy au bout du monde, pour nous Européens. En tout cas, les meilleurs sont là. Nous attendons ce jour depuis plusieurs mois, non sans une pointe de stress. J'avoue que quand on nous a dit qu'on devait faire un avion avec Zoé et Basile, on s'est demandé comment on allait les canaliser. Mais nous y sommes parvenus.
Alors, cette cérémonie fait suite à celle du mariage administratif à Copenhague, il y a quelques mois. Et il aime vraiment nous faire voyager, ce Guillaume. Vraiment. Mais voyager, c'est aussi s'ouvrir aux autres cultures. La preuve, aujourd'hui. Et nous sommes heureux qu'Amy rejoigne notre famille. So, Amy, welcome to our family. Alors, de quoi nous allons vous parler? Nous n'allons pas vous parler des grands sentiments, de l'avenir du couple, de l'engagement du mariage, du mélange des cultures, de tout cela, vous le savez déjà.
Nous n'allons pas non plus vous parler de ses études passées en Suède, là où il ne fait jamais nuit en été. Nous n'allons pas non plus vous parler de sa brillante carrière à Dublin car on ne comprend pas toujours ce qu'il fait à part qu'il reste toute sa journée en visio.
Nous n'allons pas non plus vous parler de son goût prononcé pour les voyages et en particulier en Asie, normal. Mais son compteur de miles en dit long sur le sujet. Nous n'allons pas non plus vous parler, nous allons vous parler plutôt d'une passion qui anime Guillaume au quotidien et qu'il partage aujourd'hui avec Amy. Ceux qui connaissent Guillaume, est-ce que vous savez de quoi il s'agit? Ouais, très bien. Bon, c'est facile, hein.
Alors je pense que cette passion a débuté vers l'âge de 5 ans dans la cuisine de mamie, lorsque Guillaume sortait toute la batterie de cuisine sous l'évier et qu'il disposait tout par terre pour jouer à la dinette. Et par terre, c'est aussi là où un jour il a fait tomber tout un plateau de sauce à fondue chez Cécile, après avoir insisté, mais lourdement insisté, que si, il savait faire.
Oui, elle a été ravie de nettoyer le sol de sa cuisine, Cécile. À la sauce ketchup, béarnaise et barbecue. D'ailleurs, elle ne nous a jamais réinvités. Bref, on a compris ce jour-là qu'il serait plus à sa place en cuisine qu'au service. On s'est aussi vite rendu compte à d'autres occasions que la pâtisserie n'était pas non plus son point fort.
Oui, j'ai le souvenir d'un lassi-mangue avec lequel on aurait pu colmater les murs, ou alors de merveilleux croissants congelés, décongelés au micro-ondes et nappés de Nutella. Bon, en vrai, j'avoue, c'est plutôt bon. En revanche, quand il faut imaginer un menu et le cuisiner, là, Guillaume, il est fort. Je me souviens qu'il aimait cuisiner déjà pour les parents, surtout quand il n'était pas là. Et aujourd'hui, on s'amuse à brainstormer les menus des repas de Noël dès le mois de septembre.
C'est vrai que le résultat est toujours inventif, raffiné, savoureux. Un vrai chef, ce Guillaume. À propos de chef de cuisine, il est capable de faire des centaines, voire même des milliers de kilomètres pour découvrir et déguster la cuisine de ses chefs préférés. Comme à Paris, en Norvège ou même en Afrique du Sud. Il aime suivre la carrière de tous ses chefs partout dans le monde. Mais lorsqu'il a l'occasion d'en rencontrer un, il perd complètement ses moyens. Bizarrement, il ne sait plus parler, il est comme bloqué, certainement intimidé. C'est connu, hein, Guillaume, c'est un grand timide.
Bref, tout cela pour vous dire que Guillaume a toujours mené sa vie comme une recette de cuisine. La réfléchir, prendre le temps de la préparer et puis la déguster savoureusement. Maintenant, cette recette de vie, il la mitonne avec Amy. L'ingrédient de base est évidemment l'amour, mais il faut lui ajouter un liant à cette recette. Pour eux, ce seront des passions à haute dose, et puis des huîtres, du vin, des pâtisseries et surtout des gaufres mères pour Amy.
Alors pour finir, Amy et Guillaume, nous vous souhaitons une vie pleine de rire, de projets fous, de passions exaltantes et bien sûr des enfants. Pas trop turbulents. Continuez à vivre vos passions à fond, qu'il s'agisse de cuisine, de voyage, de séries, bref, aimez-vous fort, amusez-vous, dégustez la vie et surtout, n'oubliez jamais que le plus beau moteur de la vie, c'est de vibrer ensemble.
To finish, Amy and Guillaume, we wish you a life full of laughter, wild adventures, burning passion, and of course playful kids and well-behaved sausage dogs. Keep enjoying the things you love, whether it's cooking, traveling, beach-watching shows, or debating over who forgot to walk the dog. In short, love each other deeply, have fun, enjoy the life, and above all, never forget that one of the greatest driving forces of life is to live your passions together.
Thank you. Cześć.
vous souhaite tous nos vœux de bonheur. Vous êtes magnifiques aujourd'hui. On vous aime de tout notre cœur.
Je suis d'accord.
Après toutes ces années à côté de toi, Guillaume, je suis trop contente pour toi et tellement fière de toi. Bisous.
Et profitez bien. Bisous.
Hey, Amy and Guillaume. Thank you very much for inviting us to your wedding. It's an amazing day. Thank you very much for letting us be part of your love story. And we wish you all the best. Lots of amazing food, lots of amazing restaurants, and a lot of sausage dogs.
Thank you, Guillaume and Amy. Have a really nice life together.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Cheers!